Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with my July 2022 events video. So in this video, essentially what I'm going to be doing is sharing with you some of the events, read-alongs, readathons, buddy reads that I am participating in the month of July, sharing the books with you, all of that good stuff. So yes, I am wearing my iconic, for those of you who have been watching this channel for a while, my iconic pink sparkly Santa hat that I love so much. I get questioned every year, where did I get it from? The dollar store. And I have not been able to find one since. So prying this out of my cold dead hands. I love this hat so much. So clearly, based on the hat, this means that there is a Christmas in July readathon that is happening this month that I am participating in. So I will share that with you guys. So I'm going to take off the hat now because it's going to get hot and it's already warm in here. It is July after all, my friends. So hold on tight. I'll be right back. I'm just taking off the hat. Okay, so I was originally going to start the video, like take the hat off and then start the video. And I thought that might have been weird because I was wearing the Santa hat in the thumbnail, but not for the video. So that's why I did that little introduction sharing the hat with you guys. So anyway, this is my July events video. So there are two readathons that I am participating in. One I am actually co-hosting, and there is also some buddy reads and a read-along that I am hosting. So let's start with the read-along that I am hosting because it's the most important one. In the month of July and August, guys, we are reading Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. This beast is getting read. This is a reread for me. This, I think, will be the fourth or fifth time I read this book. But I know a lot of you have not read this yet, and a lot of you wanted to read it. So here we are. We're going to read it in the month of July and August. So you guys have 2 months. Now, do keep in mind there is no set schedule for this. It's not like I want you to read chapters 1 through 5 by the end of next week or whatever. This is an at your own pace. If you want to look at this and say, all right, it's 1,000 pages, for example, and I want to read that over the next 2 months, I need to read X number of pages per day. Or I think it's 40 hours on audio. I will be re-listening to it again on audio because I love the audio for this book. You know, it's 40 hours on audio. If I listen to so much a day, I can finish it in the 2 months, you know, or if you want to just work your way through it in the course of a week, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. So what I'm thinking is at the end of August, or even maybe the first week of September, maybe I will do a live show. And if anyone else who has read this, like I think Storm from Storm Reads, if you're watching this, Storm, this is your first time reading it. So to have someone who's never read it before to sit down, if any of you want to participate in a live show, like be on camera in a live show, just hit me up in the comments, let me know. I will discuss this as the months go on. But like I said, we have 2 months for this one. And then we're going to take the month of September off. And then in September, October, so for October and November, we'll all be buddy reading the second book in the series, Dragonfly and Amber. So that's how we're going to work our way through Outlander. They are chunky books. They are intimidating to a lot of people, and I understand that. They're well worth your time, believe me. So yeah, anyway, that is the buddy read that I am hosting. Buddy read along, something like that. So another kind of buddy read along that I am participating in is with I think it's the Killing Time with Cozy's Discord group. And that is Deadly Summer Nights by Vicki Delaney. This is a cozy mystery. There are 2 books in this series. It's what is it called? A Catskills Summer Resort Mystery. Perfect for the summertime. It's a historical cozy, which is kind of a lot of fun. It's the time period of Dirty Dancing, and it takes place in the Catskills. So right away, I was sold on this one. And so we're reading this one in July and then the second book in August. And I'm very much looking forward to it. There's been some people really like this book, some people not so much, but I am excited about getting to it. And my third buddy read for the month of July is Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is my small bit of participation for Jane Austen July. I know there's a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people putting their TBRs out for Jane Austen July, and I'm not participating the way that some people are. I am reading this one book because in August, I want to read A Recipe for Persuasion by Sonalia Dev, which is the second book in the Raj series. It's her retellings of Austen novels as Indian American families, which I loved. I loved the first book so much, Pride, Prejudice, and Other Flavors. So I'm really looking forward to getting to the second book, but I've never read Persuasion. So I want to read Persuasion first, and then I can go ahead and read the retelling of it, essentially. So that's my game plan. So that is my one bit of participation for Jane Austen July. And it's fine. It's all good. Next up is the Readathon that I am co-hosting with the lovely Storm over at Storm Reads. Of course, I will leave link to her channel below. This was her baby. I kind of jumped in and offered to help, and she was gracious enough to let me do so. And I have a stack of books here, you guys, that I want to get to for this. So the Retro Romance Readathon, this is the summer edition. She did this back in February. Now, it's only going for 2 weeks. It's from the 10th of July until the 24th of July. So that's your time period to read your retro romance books. However, I am a month-long readathon kind of person. So I will be reading these over the course of the entire month, and that's fine. You do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do. So we have a cute little bingo card that I will leave linked below in case you want to grab a copy for yourself. And we do have some prompts. So I'm going to go through the prompts and share the books with you guys that I picked. So the first one, so the whole point is, like, for retro, is to read books that are older, that were published prior to 2010, essentially, is the kind of stipulation. But other than that, as long as it's a romance published before 2010, have at it. So here's the first prompt. A book published in June, July, or August. And all of these books here that I have, sorry, stupid spam calls on my phone all the time. And I do film on my phone, so sorry about that, you guys. So a book published in June, July, or August. All of the books that I picked here, you guys, are all category romance. Because of course they are, because it's me. I found this one on my shelf. I had bought this at the thrift store about a year ago, maybe less, and I am so stoked to get to it. So this is Long Distance Love by Jessie Duncore, I think is how you pronounce the author's name. This is a sweet dreams romance. There was a big ugly sticker here, so I didn't tear it off. Somebody else did before I picked it up out of the store. But this is number 44 in the Sweet Dreams series. This was a YA series, like category romance series. Probably was published around the same time as Sweet Valley High, but each book was completely independent onto itself, much like a lot of category romance. And yeah, this one looks so cute. What was the publication date on this one? August of 1983. So this was published in August. So that's that. Yeah, 83. I would have been 4. My brother would have only been a year old. Next year, it'll be 40 years old, this book. So yeah, I am really looking forward to getting to that one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The next one is A Beach Setting. And this one is pretty straightforward. I've had this one on my shelf for a little while. I've been really looking forward to reading it. We have That Summer in Maine by Muriel Jensen. This is a Harlequin American romance novel. Number 965. Original publication date is April of 2003. So yeah, clearly it takes place on a beach. Nice, eh? All right. Next we have Christmas in July. And this is to encourage you to read a Christmas book in July because why not? And I had a plethora of these books to pick from off my shelf, but I grabbed this one. And we have Her Christmas Surprise by Kristen Hardy. This is a Harlequin special edition novel. Back then, they were still under the Silhouette banner. And this is from December of 2007, and it's number 1871. And this is also, which is something I don't see very often, this is a large print special edition. I don't know how long they did these large prints or if they were just for certain, I don't know what these were for, but I ran across this one at a thrift store, and I'm like, oh, it's a large print. I do like me a large print. There's a reason I read mostly off a Kindle so I can increase the font size. Next up, we have Published the Years You Were in School. So the whole point of this was kind of like, you think about summertime, summer reading. It's, you know, while you were in school, you're on summer vacation. Some of us, I'm sure most of us who are watching this channel, were big avid readers, and that's how we spent our summer vacation. Whereas there were other people, some of my friends included in this one, my in real life friends, who would not touch a book at all during the summer, and that's fine. They were those outdoorsy type people. I was fine being an outdoorsy type person as long as I had a book. So that's what I mean by published by the years that you were in school. And the book that I picked for this one is The Loner by Linda Turner. This is a Silhouette Intimate Moments, which is now a Harlequin romantic suspense novel. So yeah, this one is from November of 1995. So in 1995, I was in high school. So it fits the prompt. But yeah, this is part of the Heartbreaker series. I don't think it's like, I don't believe that there is a, like, you don't need to read this series in order. It's just a bunch of different stories. I don't know. I really like the cover though. Like, this is supposed to be like a mystery, I guess. Yeah, mysterious something. I don't know. But the cover just looks like they're hanging out at a cafe. I'm intrigued. The next one is yellow on the cover. And I may have stretched it just a little bit for this one, but I really am excited about reading this book. As soon as when I was on the Categorically Romance podcast, not when I was on it, but when I was sick in the hospital, Bree and Aaron interviewed Steve. I can't remember his name now, but he's like a romance novel historian, and he talked about this book. And this cover, hands down, is probably my favorite category romance cover ever. And when I got this book in the mail from Thrift Books, because I ordered a copy, I actually ordered it while I was in the hospital, just before I went in for surgery, actually. It was like literally the last thing I did on my phone before I went into surgery. So I said when I opened it here on camera for you guys that I wanted this cover blown up as an art print on my wall. That's how much I love it. So the book that I have picked is The Willful Lady by Eve Rutland. Guys, look at that cover. Come on. So am I stretching it a bit? There's yellow in the wings. The grass is kind of yellowish green. I'm counting it as yellow on the cover. It's clearly a very summery, springy cover. I love it. This is part of the Harlequin Regency romance line. This is number 45, and it's from March of 1991. I want that cover so badly as an art print. I really, really do. So yeah, I absolutely love it. It's signed. There's like the artist's signature that I can't read, but there is an artist signature. I wonder if it says inside who the cover art is by, because it's just absolutely stunning. Copyright. It doesn't say. Nope. But yeah, yellow on the cover. I'm counting it. All right. The next one. This is one of the prompts that I came up with, was like, read a category romance. Well, I have plenty to pick from. But I did specifically just grab one at random off my shelf, and I'm looking forward to this one. Actually, by the time you guys see this video, I will have read this already. And this is Mustang Wild by Stacey Kane. This is a Harlequin historical novel. I love, love, love the cover on this one. And this is from March of 2007. So this is one of the newer ones, if you will. But yeah, love that cover. No smooth-talking man is going to outwit her. Like, damn Skippy. So yeah, that one looks really, really good. And then we have flowers on the cover. So this one's kind of fun. Flowers on the cover. We have, am I missing one? Nope. Okay. Thought I was missing one. Sorry. Flowers on the cover. Yellow flowers. I could use this for yellow as well. You guys can double up if you want, by the way. Side note. If you want to double or triple up, that's fine. I picked one book for each prompt, mainly because I am an overachiever and I won't get to all of these, but I like having the option. So this is In a Cowboy's Arms by Lisa Manley. This is a silhouette romance novel. This is number 1769, publication date May of 2005. So I have not talked about the silhouette romance line very often on this channel. It's long gone now, unfortunately. But these ran for a long time. So these were published by Silhouette. When they merged with Harlequin, they were still being published separately separately from the Harlequin romance line. Then at one point, they actually stopped these and just everything became Harlequin romance. The next one, 2010 or older. I went old. I actually went with the oldest category in my collection. I do have a book that is older than this in terms of publication date, but this is the oldest physical, this is the oldest edition I have. The other one is a reprint. It was reprinted. It was from the 50s and it was reprinted in the 70s, so I have the 1970 something edition, but this is the original 1963 edition. So with kit gloves, this is going to be read, and I am really excited about it. The House on Flamingo Cay by Anne Wheely. Like I said, 1963. Look at that cover, you guys. Oh, it got the old book smell. The red edges on it. I have to read the back of this for you guys. Angela Gordon was glamorous and ambitious. She persuaded her sister Sarah to spend their great-aunt's legacy on a luxury holiday in the Bahamas, where she felt sure she would find herself a rich husband. But Stephen Rand, the wealthy owner of Flamingo Cay, seemed more attracted by Sarah's quieter charms. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. Absolutely love it. And last but not least, talk about being excited about books to read. A book where the characters travel or go on vacation. And for this one we have, from April of 1988, Secret at Orient Point by Patricia Warner. This is a gothic romance, you guys. A Harlequin gothic romance. This is number... What number is this? It's not giving me the number. I know that these are numbered. I think it's number 18. I only have a handful of these in my collection. She also wrote for the Intrigue line. That's interesting. But yeah. So, this is where the characters travel or go on a vacation. 20 years earlier, on the mist-shrouded North Fork of Long Island, Erica's mother was murdered by her lover. Erica's father closed his hotel and left to sail the 7 seas, while Erica was whisked away to live with an aunt. Now Erica was back to reopen the hotel. She's traveling back home, and lay to rest the ghosts. But they refused to comply. The eerie strains of a waltz drifted from the deserted hotel ballroom. Someone or something stalked her at night. Then a fire. But most terrifyingly of all was the fatal attraction between Erica and David, for he was the son of the man who murdered her mother, and he was Erica's half-brother. Creepy. I'm like, please don't tell me there's a romance between Erica and David. Please don't tell me that. I'm just, yeah. Oh, weird. We shall see. It's 1988. But that cover is just the ghost and oh, wow. Cannot wait to read that one too. So that is the Retro Romance Readathon. Let's get now into the Christmas in July Readathon. So this is being hosted by the crew over, I guess you want to say that, over at the Killing Time with Cozy's group on Discord, which I will leave link to in the description box below. So there's a handful of prompts here. It is the Killing Time with Cozy's group, so you're supposed to read cozy mysteries. 2 of them actually state that they need to be a cozy. The rest of them, I went with romances. Because it's me. So essentially, these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books are all Christmas. So I'm reading 6 Christmas books, hopefully, in July. So let me share with you guys the prompts. So the first one we have here is a Christmas-themed cozy. Pretty straightforward. I will be reading Red and Gone by Alison Brooke. This is the 2nd book in the Haunted Library Mystery Series. I read book 1 late last year, and I really liked it. It's a cozy mystery that takes place in a library, which all of us book lovers love, but it has a resident ghost. who is a woman who used to work at the library, if I'm remembering correctly. This is the second book. When I looked at the second book and I saw that it had the Christmas tree on the cover, I'm like, Christmas themed, away we go. The next one is a book that has red or green on the cover, and I decided to go with a contemporary cowboy Christmas romance, because again, this is me. And I'll be reading A Cowboy Firefighter for Christmas by Kim Redford. This is the first book in the Smokin' Hot Cowboys series. Next up, we have Takes Place in or Has a Winter Scene on the cover. And I will be reading, and this one takes place in winter and has a winter scene on the cover. And this is All I Want for Christmas is a Cowboy by Jessica Clare. This is the first book in the Wyoming Cowboys series. Looking forward to this one. A Cozy That I Am Excited For. So this is another cozy mystery. Made sure it was a cozy mystery. Pardon me. This is one that I bought on sale for Kindle quite some time ago, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this series, and I'm really excited about it. So it's called Rest Ye Murdered Gentlemen by Vicki Delaney, the same Vicki Delaney from the Catskill Resort mystery book that I'm going to be reading as well. And this is book one in a year-round Christmas mystery series. So I guess this town celebrates Christmas year-round. I don't know for sure if this actually takes place at Christmas time, this one, but it's clearly Christmas themed, so I'm including it in this list. Next, it's a Christmas romance. Yay, they threw me a bone. And I'll be reading My Kind of Christmas by Janet Daly. This is the first book in the Christmas Tree Ranch series. I have this one from NetGalley, and I need to get to it. And then we have a comfort read, and I am looking forward to this one very much. I meant to read this one back in December, and I didn't get to it. And this is Mistletoe Season by Michelle Major, the second book in the Carolina Girls series. Michelle Major is always a comfort read for me, and I am very, very excited about that one. So there is one more readathon that is happening in the month of July that I wanted to highlight here, and I will leave link to this as well below. All these readathons and all this stuff I will link as best as I can in the description box below. And that is for Lee over at Dark Roots Creations. She is doing a Jaws July readathon. Like Jaws, like the movie.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 prompts. I did not specifically pick books for these prompts because I had heard inklings about this, but I wasn't too sure. And I had put together my TBR already, and I already have a ridiculous amount of books on my TBR. And then when it came out, I was looking at it going, okay, I can probably fit stuff from other challenges into these spots. So that's how I'm going to participate in this. I don't have specific books picked, but I'm going to see what I can do to fit stuff in. But I wanted to share the prompts with you guys in case it's something that you want to participate in as well. So with this, just like the retro romance readathon, it's a 9 square. So you don't have to read all 9 books. You could read like down or across, or on the whatever you want. I will pop the picture up here of her bingo board, which is super, super cute. So the first one is 1975, which is a book set or published in the 1970s. Not too sure about that one. I was looking at the books I have for the retro romance, and none of them were published in the 70s, but maybe I'll run across a book that I'm reading this month that is or is set then, so I can do that one. Ocean takes place on water. That should be really, really simple. If I can get to this one, it will definitely count. And she says you can double or triple up if you want to. Hooper or Hopper, I've seen bits and pieces of Jaws. I've never actually watched Jaws. Main character is a researcher. So again, as I'm reading stuff, we will see if something pops up that's going to fit that prompt. Location, a book set on an island. This one will also work because the Bahamas is an island. Actually, if you really wanted, well, I don't think that this would technically be considered, but Outlander might work because isn't the UK just like a giant island? I looked, and this was not, I thought for some reason this was published in 91, so it's not a book published in the 70s, and it doesn't take place in the 70s at all. So anyway, location, book set on an island. Title, read or watch Jaws. So I'm going to have to watch Jaws this month. Like I said, I've never seen it from start to finish. I do have a fear of deep water, but from what I've seen of Jaws, it seems very campy, like in today's standards, and I think I'll probably be just fine watching it. Brody Ellen. The main character love interest is a law enforcement officer. Now, Brody's the guy who was played by is it Roy Schneider? I can see his face. But he was the cop or the sheriff or whatever, right? Any cozy mystery, or I'm going to be reading intrigue novels and stuff like that. This guy's a DEA agent. So there we go. There's that fits that prompt right there. Jaws. Book has a monster. Now, I don't read a lot of spooky, but would ghosts count? Would ghosts count for monster? Maybe. Mayor Vaughn takes place on July 4th. Okay, so I do know that in the Cozy group they posted a list of books that take place on the 4th of July, but I finished a book, for those of you who are contemporary romance readers, I finished a book last week called The Rancher's Summer Secret by Christine Rimmer. I'm going to post a cover of it right here, you guys. This one takes place, the beginning of the book starts off on the 2nd of July, and a big turning point in the story happens on the 4th of July. So this one does take place on the 4th of July. So for those of you who, because I know they posted like cozies that take place on the 4th of July, but like I said, this is a contemporary. So in case anyone's curious, that one will work. And last but not least, we have Quint, which is a traumatic backstory. I'm sure any of these books would count. Somewhere within romance is usually a tragic backstory. So yeah, there is the Jaws Readathon as well. Like I said, I will leave a link to all of these things in the description box below. There's a lot going on in the month of July, and I'm super excited. I do love participating kind of very loosely in these. I don't hold hard and fast that I need to finish all the things. This is just kind of a really fun way to pick some books to read. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that is it. I have yammered on long enough in this video. I will talk to all of you in my next one. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.